Good evening, I'm Ava, and welcome to NFL Trending, the home for your latest headlines, hottest takes, and most in-depth coverage from across the football world. Tonight, we're turning the spotlight on a name that's quickly becoming one of the most intriguing stories heading into 2025, Shedeur Sanders. The Colorado Buffaloes quarterback, son of NFL legend and Colorado head coach Deion "Primetime" Sanders, is carving out his own path, and the buzz is getting louder that Shedeur could be a major factor in next year's NFL draft and beyond. Let's start with who Shedeur Sanders is today. At Colorado, he has already proven himself as more than just the son of a Hall of Famer. He's a quarterback with poise, accuracy, and leadership that has caught the attention of scouts across the league. Despite Colorado facing its share of challenges in the Pac-12 and soon transitioning into the Big 12, Shedeur has consistently delivered big numbers, impressive decision-making, and the kind of toughness that NFL coaches love. His ability to extend plays, stand tall in the pocket, and deliver strikes downfield makes him a unique prospect. But it's not just about statistics, it's about presence. Sanders has shown a maturity that is rare for a young quarterback. He's not rattled by pressure, he's not intimidated by the stage, and he carries himself with the confidence of a player who knows exactly where he's headed. That's no accident. Growing up with Deion Sanders as his father, Shedeur has been around the NFL lifestyle, the bright lights, and the expectations since he was a kid. That upbringing is translating into a player who looks polished and prepared for the professional level. Now, let's talk about what the scouts are saying. Shedeur Sanders is being projected as a possible first-round draft pick in 2025, with some analysts even suggesting he could contend for the #1 overall selection, depending on how his final college season plays out. His arm strength is more than NFL-ready, his accuracy is consistent, and he has shown the ability to read defenses with sophistication. Unlike some prospects who rely heavily on athleticism alone, Shedeur combines both mental and physical tools, a quarterback who can beat you with his mind just as much as his arm. And let's not overlook the intangibles. Leadership is a trait often discussed, but not always tangible on film. With Shedeur, it's clear. His Colorado teammates rally around him. He commands the huddle, he encourages younger players, and he carries himself like a professional already. That kind of presence is exactly what NFL front offices look for when they're evaluating who can be the face of a franchise. One of the most interesting parts of the Shedeur Sanders story is, of course, the family connection. With Deion Sanders as his head coach and mentor, Shedeur has access to insight few players can ever dream of. Deion has been preparing him for this moment his entire life, teaching not only about football mechanics, but also about discipline, branding, handling media pressure, and carrying oneself as a professional athlete. In today's NFL, where quarterbacks aren't just players, but also leaders of organizations and global brands, that guidance could prove invaluable. However, let's keep perspective. Every NFL prospect, no matter how promising, has hurdles. For Shedeur, one question will be how he adapts to NFL speed and complexity. College defenses can be challenging, but the NFL is a different animal. The windows are tighter, the blitzes are faster, and mistakes are punished more severely. Another question is mobility. While Shedeur can certainly move when needed, he is not the type of quarterback who relies on elite rushing ability like Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray. Instead, he's more of a pocket passer in the mold of players like Dak Prescott or Kirk Cousins, steady, accurate, and capable of running when absolutely necessary but preferring to win with his arm. Whether NFL teams see that as a strength or a limitation will depend on system fit. Another key storyline is how Shedeur stacks up against other quarterback prospects. The 2025 draft class could be loaded with talent, including Quinn Ewers from Texas, Carson Beck from Georgia, and possibly Arch Manning if he declares early. Each of those players brings unique strengths, but Shedeur's combination of polish, pedigree, and leadership may set him apart. When front offices look at who can handle the pressure of being the #1 pick, Shedeur's maturity and NFL-ready mindset could give him the edge. Let's also talk about marketability. The NFL is a league that thrives not only on talent but also on star power. Shedeur Sanders already has that. His last name carries weight, but he's also building his own brand through nil deals, social media presence, and his connection to the larger cultural conversation around football. We've seen what happens when players like Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow not only succeed on the field, but also become cultural icons off of it. Shedeur has the potential to step into that spotlight seamlessly. The question then becomes, which NFL teams might be in the running for Shedeur Sanders? As we look ahead to 2025, several franchises could find themselves searching for a quarterback of the future. Teams like the New York Giants, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Las Vegas Raiders, and perhaps even the Minnesota Vikings could all be in play depending on how the next season unfolds. A franchise in need of stability and star power at the quarterback position might view Shedeur as the answer. And imagine the storylines. If Shedeur were to land in a major media market like New York, the attention would be massive. If he landed with a team desperate for a face of the franchise, like the Raiders or Buccaneers, the opportunity to rebuild around him would be immediate. Wherever he goes, one thing is certain. Shedeur Sanders will bring with him a level of excitement and expectation that will make him one of the most talked about rookies in the league. But as with all great sports stories, we'll have to wait and see how it unfolds. A lot can happen between now and Draft Day 2025. College football seasons are long, injuries can change everything, and draft stock can rise or fall in an instant. For now, though, Shedeur Sanders stands as one of the most intriguing prospects we've seen in years, a player with talent, leadership, pedigree, and star power. So, could Shedeur Sanders make an impact in the NFL come 2025? The answer is yes. And not just an impact, but potentially a seismic one. He has all the tools, all the preparation, and all the confidence to step in and change the trajectory of a franchise. NFL fans, scouts, and executives will be watching closely as he takes the field in his final college season, knowing that the next step could be a moment that changes not only his life, but the future of whichever team drafts him. That's all for tonight's deep dive here on NFL Trending. I'm Ava, and as always, we'll keep you updated on every storyline, every highlight, and every development as the NFL world continues to evolve. Shedeur Sanders is the headline today, and perhaps the star of tomorrow. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and keep trending with the NFL.